that feeling's only grown stronger. So if you will let me, I want to spend the rest of my life making you the happiest woman in the world.
Virgin River returned for its 7th season on Netflix recently, bringing viewers back to the quiet little town where life always seems peaceful on the surface. But even though the setting looks calm and beautiful, the story constantly proves that a whole bunch of drama can happen in one small place. Season 7 continued that tradition because it was packed in emotional twists, relationship struggles, and several cliffhangers that left fans with a lot of questions once the finale ended. But now that the newest season has been out for a couple of days, the conversation has already shifted toward the future. Instead of focusing only on what happened in Season 7, fans are starting to look ahead and wonder what comes next for the characters. Because of that, Season 8 has quickly become the big topic of discussion, especially since the previous season ended with multiple storylines still unresolved. The first major question is whether the series will actually continue beyond Season 7. Fortunately for fans, the answer is already confirmed. The show has officially been renewed for an 8th season, which means the story of Virgin River is far from finished. In fact, the renewal happened earlier than many people expected. Netflix confirmed the renewal back in July 2025, which was interesting timing because Season 7 had already finished filming by that point. That means the creative team already knew that the story would continue while they were finishing the editing process. Because of that knowledge, it's very possible that certain scenes or cliffhangers in Season 7 were designed specifically to set up the next chapter of the story. Even though the renewal has been confirmed, there is still a lot of mystery surrounding the release schedule. At the moment, there is no official premiere date or even a clear release window for Season 8. One reason for that is because the show has never really followed a consistent schedule when it comes to releasing new seasons. Over the years, different seasons have arrived at completely different times of the year. Some premiered in November or December, while others appeared in March or July. At one point, the show even experimented with splitting a season into 2 parts, which happened with Season 5. Because of that unpredictable history, it's difficult to guess exactly when Season 8 might arrive. However, there are a few production details that give fans a rough idea. Filming for Season 8 is expected to begin in April and continue through August. If the production timeline ends up looking similar to Season 7, then viewers might have to wait a while before seeing the new episodes. For example, Season 7 finished filming in June of the previous year but did not premiere until March. That means there was roughly a 9-month gap between the end of filming and the release. If Season 8 follows that same pattern, the next season might arrive sometime around May 2027. Of course, that timeline is just speculation for now. Until Netflix officially announces the date, fans will have to be patient and wait for more details. Another big question surrounding Season 8 is which characters will return. The full cast list has not been confirmed yet, but there are a few actors who almost certainly will come back. The series revolves heavily around Alexandra Breckenridge and Martin Henderson, who play the central couple, Mel Monroe and Jack Sheridan. Because their story remains the emotional core of the show, it would be very surprising if they did not return. The showrunner, Patrick Sean Smith, has also suggested that there are no major cast shakeups planned. But even though the main cast is expected to stay mostly the same, there are still some notable departures. It has already been confirmed that Marco Grazzini and Lauren Hammersley will not appear in Season 8. They play Mike Valenzuela and Charmaine Roberts, 2 characters who have been involved in several storylines throughout the series. Even though they will not appear in the upcoming season, the showrunner has mentioned that the door remains open for them to return in the future. When it comes to the story itself, there are already a few hints about what viewers can expect. Season 8 will reportedly contain 10 episodes, and the new story will begin with a time jump of around 4 months. That jump in time could help move the plot forward and allow the writers to deal with several cliffhangers from the previous season. One of the most important storylines will involve Mel and Jack as they continue building their life together. The new season will finally reveal what happened after the medical crisis involving their baby. That situation left fans extremely worried because the child needed emergency surgery immediately after birth. Beyond that major moment, the upcoming season will also explore how Mel and Jack deal with their past while trying to move toward the future. Their journey has always involved overcoming emotional challenges, so it seems the show will continue examining how previous experiences shape the choices they make. Several other characters will also receive attention. Clay's storyline will continue as he searches for his missing sister, and Preacher is expected to play a larger role in the upcoming episodes. Meanwhile, there will apparently be an unexpected romance between Muriel St. Clair and Everett Reed, which could add a surprising twist to the town's social dynamics. Even with all those storylines moving forward, the show still faces a recurring problem that many fans have started to notice. Over the years, the writers have repeatedly created situations where it looks like a major character might die, only to reveal later that everything is fine. This pattern has happened so often that some viewers feel the tension is starting to lose its impact. For example, Jack himself was shot in the bar during the Season 2 finale, and the scene made it seem like he might not survive, but he eventually recovered. Hope experienced a terrifying car accident in Season 4 that also made viewers think she might die, although she ultimately survived with a brain injury. Then there was the moment when Dan Brady was stabbed in prison, which again looked extremely serious until he recovered later. The same kind of fake-out happened when Everett suffered a heart attack in Season 6. The situation seemed fatal at first, but doctors were able to resuscitate him and perform successful surgery. Even the storyline involving Charmaine once hinted that her life might be in danger, although she ended up surviving as well. Later on, Brady and Kaya Bryant were caught in a wildfire that seemed incredibly dangerous, but they walked away without major harm. Because these fake-outs have happened so frequently, some fans feel the show has become predictable whenever a character is injured. It creates suspense for a moment, but viewers often assume the character will eventually be fine. This brings the story back to Brady, whose situation in the Season 7 finale might be the most dramatic cliffhanger yet. Throughout the series, he started as a troubled character, but over time he has grown and matured. By the end of Season 7, things finally seemed to be improving for him. His relationship with Bree Sheridan was going well, and he was preparing to open his own motorcycle shop. Actor Ben Hollingsworth, who plays Brady, even admitted that he was upset when he first read the script for the finale. After spending 7 seasons portraying the character, he naturally wants Brady to experience some happiness. From a storytelling perspective, the writers now face an important decision. If Brady survives without any serious consequences, it could reinforce the idea that the show never truly follows through on its life-or-death cliffhangers. But if the writers actually commit to the outcome suggested by the finale, it would prove that the series is willing to take real risks with its characters. Either way, the fate of Brady will likely become one of the biggest talking points when Season 8 finally arrives. So while the future of Virgin River still contains plenty of mystery, one thing is certain. The next season will have to answer several major questions, and the outcome of Brady's accident might end up being the most dramatic reveal of them all. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.